I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't been watching The Walking Dead for a while, but I decided to check out the season premiere of season 7 anyways. Hey everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about The Walking Dead season 1, episode 1. I forgot the title right now, sue me, so don't sue me, but you know what I mean. Let's get into this. So basically, just like I was kind of stating there, I haven't been watching The Walking Dead for a while now. Like, the last season I fully watched was season 4, and after that I kind of gave up on it. I just felt the show was running out of steam a little bit. That's just my opinion. But I decided to check up this episode because throughout all summer, people were talking about who is Negan going to kill, and so many speculations and, guesses on who he was going to get, who he was going to kill, were going back and forth. Was he going to kill Rick? Was he going to kill Glenn? Was he going to kill Daryl? Was he going to kill Carl? Was he going to kill some of the characters who I didn't really get to know very good because I didn't stick around with the show long enough? So, yesterday when the episode was about to air, it was like literally 15 minutes right before it was going to air. I was watching another show, and then I thought to myself, fine, let's check it out. What else do I have to watch right now? So I flipped to the channel, watched it, and I gotta say, I might be back to watching The Walking Dead again because the episode was insane. I could not believe how intense this episode was from beginning to end. And I didn't know the character of Negan because I didn't watch last season. I know he appeared like towards the end of the season, of the episode of the season finale, and we didn't get really much with him. But from what I saw in this episode, this guy can probably give the Joker a run for his money. He seems just as insane and crazy as the Joker anyways, a bit like taken to the next level. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I obviously knew Jeffrey Dean Morgan from Supernatural. I remember that was the first thing I ever saw him in. He played Sam and Dean's father in that show back in season 1. And obviously he also played the comedian in Watchmen. And recently he had a little role in Batman v Superman as Thomas Wayne. So I was really looking forward to his performance because I like him as an actor. I think he's a really great actor, and he really showcases it here. You really hate his character. This is going to be a character that people are going to love to hate. Kind of like Joffrey from Game of Thrones, if you want to throw him in there. And I thought he was a really creepy, intimidating villain. The stuff that he put Rick into, the situations that he threw Rick into, as well as the killing of 2 characters here. Now, the first character that was killed, I'm forgetting his name right now, but it was intense, but it wasn't as intense what was to follow, which was Glenn. Glenn was the one where I was like, holy shit. Because the way Glenn looked, his head was like split open, his eyeball was popping out pretty much, and it was horrifying. This was horrifying. I can't remember a show where I was this horrified by what was going on. And Glenn is such a great character too. He was always my favorite character, one of my favorite characters when I watched the show from the beginning, right? I thought the character was great. And you never want to see a good, innocent character go out like that, being murdered by this ruthless monster. That's what Negan is right now. As far as I'm concerned, he is a monster. And when you see him, dragging Rick and making him go and use the axe to kill all those zombies, because I think he kind of wanted to get Rick to get out all his anger there and then. And just when you think, okay, maybe he's gonna leave Rick alone now, he brings him back. He looks at him in the car, and he says, I think he said something to the effect of, I don't like that look you're giving me. And he drives Rick back to the camp, takes him out of the car, throws him onto the floor, grabs Carl, puts Carl to the floor, draws like with a marker, draws a black line over the kid's arm, and gives Rick the axe and says to him, "You're going to cut your son's arm off." And Rick is just like, he already knows, oh crap, I can't do this. This is my son. And Negan says to him, "If you do not chop off your kid's arm, I'm going to kill the rest of your friends here, one by one. The same way I did to Glenn and that other guy." And I'm just like, holy shit. There was a part where a part of me covered my eyes at one point because I thought Rick was going to do it. I thought Rick was going to cut off Carl's arm. I'm going to admit, from what I remember back in the other seasons that I saw, seasons 1 through 4, I always thought Carl was annoying. But even I didn't want to see that to happen. I might have wanted in the past Carl to get eaten by zombies, but not by this guy. Zombies at least are dead and they don't know what they're doing, so it's kind of forgivable. This guy knows what he's doing. He has a brain that's working properly. He's a monster, and I don't like it when evil people take advantage of good people. And so just when it looks like Rick is about to chop off his kid's arm, Negan stops him, takes the axe from him, and bends down because Rick is like crying. He looks like he's about to break, and that's what Negan wanted. And he's about to, he tells Rick, "That's the look I'm looking for. I want you to look at me like that, to know that I am the one in charge." Basically, it was like the new alpha male is coming here, marking his territory and letting the old alpha male say, "You're no longer that position. I'm that position now." And this guy is terrifying. And the way all the characters had broken down after they all leave, I love the way how all of them wanted to break down. Maggie wanted to go, Maggie? I think that was her name. I don't remember, guys. She looked like she wanted to go and get vengeance and, get revenge for what happened. But Rick was the only one that was, look, you can't go or you're going to be killed. I don't think she cared by that point. It was like a suicide mission for her by that point. And I would probably have been the same way. I would have just lost it and just, you know what, I don't care. They took everything from me, so what do I care what happens now? This was a really chilling episode that had me from beginning to end, and I really enjoyed it because of that. It was amazing, and now I have to start watching to see what happens next because this is insanity. So I really loved the episode, guys. I actually rated it. If I had to rate it, I would give it a 10 out of 10. I think that's, as far as I can remember, that's the highest scored rating of an episode of The Walking Dead I have ever given because it was actually that good. And I didn't even watch the last 2 seasons. I missed 2 years of the show. And I can come back in here and this brought me back. I'm like thinking to myself, should I go back and watch the last 2 seasons? I didn't hear much great things about it, but maybe I will. I don't know. But right now, I am very excited about this season of The Walking Dead. I probably won't do a review for every episode, but I probably will do a review for the entire season if I'm still hanging on, which it looks like I most likely will, because like I said, I'm already hooked and I'm already back and I'm ready to see how this season is gonna end, especially with this character, this new villain of the show. And what makes the show sometimes interesting is sometimes the villains that the heroes have to go up against. So I'm looking forward to it. Tell me what you guys saw or what you guys thought. And comment below, tell me, and discuss with me. Maybe anything that I might miss, anything that I might have made a mistake on. Because I'm not the biggest hardcore Walking Dead fan, but I'm gonna be with everybody else on this. This episode was fucking amazing. So until next time, guys, subscribe to my channel, like my video, especially if you agree with me, and until next time, take care.